Hi guys, Top Pops here, and today we're going to be doing a What's Inside My Pop Hunting Bag. So, let's get started. Alright, so I've actually seen people do this before for different things. Most people just do it with their normal bags, but I've even seen people do like what's on my DS or what's on my Nintendo Switch and stuff like that. So today we're going to be going through what's inside of my pop hunting backpacks. This is pretty much everything I bring with me on my normal trips for when I go out for videos and stuff like that. So I've got my bag here. Here it is. It's something that it's a bit heavier than usual. This is a super dry backpack. This is one that I got in Disneyland, I think. Well, no, Disney World when we went, and it's at there's a super dry store in downtown Disney, or Disney Springs. So while I was there, I picked up this. I was pretty excited about getting it. It was a nice bag. I used to have a little red one, but I realized that I'm starting to get more stuff to put inside of it, so I decided to get a bigger version of like my red bag. So here it is right here, guys. It's pretty nice. I do like this a lot. This is a pretty durable. I've put it through a lot and you really don't see any wear and tear on it, but there's like a little bit on the bottom, but not much. So let's just get started with the smaller stuff here. I guess we'll go with the side pockets first. So on this one here, I have, well, pretty much just one thing. It's Sharpies. Now these are pretty much for really just in case I need something to write down. I don't really have anywhere to write it down, but if I ever need something to write down, Sharpies are always great for that. Plus they're permanent, so if I need to quickly scribble something down, I know it's not gonna go away. But yeah, there's the first thing. After that, on the other side, I have here. I think this is where yeah, okay, it is. Okay, so I normally have whatever the newest Pez is that I purchased on the other side. Now, you guys probably know, I don't really keep my Pez in its box just because I take them out anyways and I display them. So I've got Grumpy Bear in the side there right now. This is something that, I use. I fill it with whatever the newest candy is, and then that's what I have for there. So that one's always fun, pull out a candy if you ever need it. If you ever get hungry while you're hunting, you can find that right there on the side pocket. Now for the front, this is a bit of a bigger pocket. This is where I put some of my smaller stuff, but also my camera gear and phone stuff. Like I always have my phone in my pocket, so it's not in my backpack, but I do usually have a couple chargers in here. Here's two of them. I usually have two just in case somebody else needs one, or if you need one for the car or something like that, maybe one to charge your phone, and then maybe if someone else is there with me, like I said. There's that. But then, so I've got this one without the end on it. No, this one with the end, and then this one without the end. I've got both usually just in case, but you never know. If you're at the store maybe, or usually, here's another one too, if I'm on vacation, or if we're going on a trip somewhere, I like to have two, one for my AirPods and then one for these. My AirPods aren't in here right now because I don't normally have them, so I tried to pick what was normally in there, so I didn't just throw in a bunch of random stuff like that, but that is something that's normally in there when we go on like a trip or something. After that, we've got some camera gear. So here's one. We've got my Canon 8D battery charger and battery. It's always nice to carry a second one of these because I do run out of battery a lot, so that's always really nice. And then here we also have some extra SD cards. This is always great for when I'm out because sometimes they corrupt on me. I don't know why, but they do. I should probably take better care of my SD cards, but if they do corrupt, I always have at least 3 extras on me in this little thing. This was for like, I forget, like an eyeglass cleaner or something like that, but I put all 3 of my SD cards in there. We've got one for the GoPro in case we need it, and then 2 of them for the other camera, which is always nice to have because you never know. There's been some times where it's corrupted on me, and it's really nice just to have extra stuff. So there's that right there. Then we also have, what else I got? Okay, so here's 2 more cords. These are like dongles for the laptop. This one here is if I need to plug in my USB microphone, and then this one here is for my SD card. So I always like to have this one in there. I always have this one in there because I pretty much need to put my SD into my laptop pretty much every day. We got one more thing in the front pouch, and that's pretty much just the key to my office. That's pretty much it for the front. I just put that in there because it's an easy way to get it out. I can kind of reach it without having to turn the bag around and stuff like that because it is a smaller pouch, but it's farther forward. It's harder to get the big one open from the back, so the little one is nice to have. But anyways, guys, the key to the office is a must-have, because otherwise how to get in here. So after we get out of the little pouches here, let's get into the big one here. So I've got a lot of stuff inside of this one. This is kind of like where I put all of my stuff. Let's start with this here. Usually I have hot cash or box lunch money in there. This is usually like a go-to for me because I always forget it. So having box lunch money and hot cash in there is really nice. Also, if you guys don't know what these are, if you spend it on their off time, so for example, I think this box lunch money might be up now. It was January 9th to January 19th, so Oh no, it's up now. But if you bought something that was worth $30 on the off time, outside of those times, they'll give you a box lunch money. And then within those times, those dates, you can then spend $30 and then you get $15 off that $30, which is really great actually. It's like you're getting 50% off if you're spending it within the $30, and if you have enough of them, you can get pretty much 50% off whatever you want. So that's really great. That's the same thing for box lunch and hot cash over at Hot Topics. So I like to have those in there just in case. I think hot cash ended Sundays, which is today, the day I'm filming this. So yeah, that's up now. But it is really nice to have those every once in a while. Oh, hey, cool. I found money in this pocket. I didn't know this was in there. But this is actually a good segue. It's always nice to have cash as well as having your cards and stuff like that, just in case there's like some comic book store or something like a booth at Comic-Con that doesn't accept cards. It's always nice to have at least a little bit of cash on you if you want to buy a figure real quick. But yeah, that's always nice to have. I didn't know that was in there, but it's good to know now that I got some money in there. But let's get on to the next thing here. We have, okay, so this is a bit of a funny one. This one here is like, I like to have props and stuff for videos in my backpack, so if there's ever a joke that I want to do, I like to carry it around with me in there, so if there's ever a good time for it. So like, for example, here's my Waldo stuff, because I did a joke with Waldo in a video where it's like, you know, some people say I look like Waldo, but I just don't see it, so it's nice to carry this stuff around with me, because I like to have, you know, the props if I need it, and that's one of those things that if you have it in there, you're probably going to use it, because it's one of those quick little jokes that you can throw into a video, and it doesn't take much effort. Now getting into kind of the bigger stuff here, one thing that I like to carry around all the time to edit my videos is my laptop. This is something that I have in there pretty much 24/7. Depends on where I'm going though, of course. Like if I'm just coming to the office on a random day to film a quick video, this most likely won't be in there just because it's kind of heavy. But if we're going on a trip to like say Toy Fair, or if we're going to Toronto Fan Expo, I always like to carry this with me just in case I have to go on my laptop to maybe fix a video or make sure it's uploaded, or put some footage on it. If my card corrupts, it's nice I can drag them all on there and then, you know, reformat the card. It's just really nice to have this with me. Even though it is kind of heavy and bulky, it's always good because it can fix you when you're in like sticky situations. Getting on to something about the same size here, I usually like to carry protectors in my bag as well. Now this is for something mostly like if you go to the store and you purchase something and you want to make sure it's okay, because then I can actually throw the pop in the bag if I have these protectors. These are vaulted vinyl ones. These are the ones that I usually carry around with me because they did send me a bunch of them, so they're really high quality as well. Each one comes with a piece of paper inside of them. You don't have to have the paper in there. I just do it so that way it keeps it a little bit nicer. But there it is right there, guys. There's a vaulted vinyl protector. It's always nice to just have some of these in there. So if you guys, you know, say you get like Flyboy Bart, but you don't want to hold him in your hand the whole time, you pop him in a protector, you can put him right inside your backpack, and then you don't really have to worry about it because these protectors are pretty sturdy. Like, they're not gonna squish as easily as a normal pop box would. That's why I like to have at least one or two of those protectors in my bag. Okay, here's an obvious one, I think. This one should be obvious anyways. It's my wallet. This has pretty much everything in it. I also have like some good like cards and stuff like that. That I can use, like for example my Tim's Rewards card. If I ever need a snack while I'm out, I can get this and scan it real quick. I also have like gift cards and stuff in here, which is nice. I also have like business cards and stuff like that from different people. And then yeah, it's just always nice to have this type of stuff. Like my Edge card is in here and yada yada yada. It's also good to keep bills in here as well as some more cash. We're down to the last couple things here. One of them being probably the most important thing, but we'll show that one after, I guess. This one here is a charger. I know it's a laptop charger. It's even the extended one because I like to have as long as the cord I can. I mean, I like to have the longest cord possible because if you don't, it's usually those times that you bring the short cord that you're going to need the long one. So it's actually got the extender on it. This is for my laptop as well because it does die quickly when you're editing. It's nice to have the longer cord to make sure if you're at the airport or something, you can reach farther, or if you're in a hotel room or something like that, you can get super far. Even if you're just at like your friend's house or something like that, it's nice to have a charger so that way you don't have to bug them for theirs. And then guys, the last thing inside this bag is probably the most obvious, and it's my camera. This is what I carry around with me everywhere. Because you never know when I'm gonna see some cool pops or something like that. Like there's been times where I don't bring my camera or I don't bring my SD card, and that's really annoying because then you gotta try to figure out how to film. Do you use a phone? The phone doesn't look as good as the camera, so this is what I like to bring. Also, you guys might be wondering, I'm filming on my normal camera right now. This is my other camera. This is my old camera. And I have this one just for the video, guys, just to show you guys that there is a camera inside of there. You guys are actually on my camera that I normally use, the Canon 80D. This here is the Rebel SL1, EOS Rebel SL1 Canon in. I used to use this one, but it doesn't have a flip out screen, so you can't like flip it and check it. Like that's what you guys are seeing normally when I'm looking off to the right a bit, or your left. I don't know what it is because it flips the video, but if I'm looking off to the side a bit, it's usually because I'm looking at the camera to make sure I'm in focus, or if anything else is like in focus or something like that. But that is pretty much everything I bring inside my bag. It is a lot of stuff. It's a lot of fun stuff though, because it's a bit different than someone normal's bag, I guess. Even if you're a normal pop hunter and like to go out and around, it's different from theirs because I like to bring a lot of editing stuff as well, just in case, or like jokes for videos and that, like the Waldo stuff. But yeah, I think that's about it, guys. That's everything that's inside of my bag, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys think that I should have anything else inside my bag that could be cool or different or something that I didn't think of, let me know in the comment section below. But this has been another episode of Top Pops. Popsters, thanks for watching. See you guys tomorrow.